Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested. Hey, let's look at some movie food, sort of as a lead up to Thanksgiving. We're going to go to my movie collection over here, this smaller section over here, and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on the food within the film. So, let's get to picking some movies. Let's do whatever this one is. That feels heavy. I wonder what's in there. And then this one. And then, oh, that was a snapper case. Cool, cool. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Okay. These movies are pretty disparate. That is funny. Okay, so I guess one of the 7 deadly sins, gluttony. There's the glutton scene, forced to eat and eat and eat and eat until death, pretty much. Very grotesque film. This is David Fincher. Some of his early work, early like cinema work. Not doing music videos before that, but. Yeah, this it's grotesque imagery. So this is kind of a interesting, like I'm just thinking ahead now. Like, how am I going to rank this? Because a lot of times it's been like, good delicious food, but here, we're thinking of it being used as a torture method. So, what am I going to do? And let's follow that up with this children's film, this family children's film here, a Goofy movie. So, there's that pizza that PJ's eating, Peach, and then there is the Leaning Tower of Cheesa. Okay, so, yeah, do we go with, like, Pauly Shore? Speaking of Pauly Shore, we had Son-in-Law just the other day. So Pauly Shore, in this movie, obsessed with cheese, has that, like, what is it called? Not Cheese Whiz. What do you call that thing? Ready cheese? Ready cheese? Is that it? When it comes out of that aerosol can? Ready cheese. Cheese Whiz. No. Cheese Whiz is like in a jar. Cheese. Aerosol cheese? I don't know what it is, but so I mean, there's that. And, the Leaning Tower of Cheese, I would have loved to. I want to do that someday. I always like that cheese. I always pile it on top of a Ritz cracker. But to make one that looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa out of cheese and then eating it, I don't know. That sounds like something I want to do. There's like some foods that I want to eat so much of that I want to know what it's like to be full on them. And I guess it's usually foods that we, like growing up, we didn't get very often. So one of them was Yoo-Hoo, that chocolate drink. We didn't get it very often. I don't know if it was expensive or what, but we did not get it often. So when I was in college, I just bought a bunch of it and drank it until I couldn't drink it anymore because I wanted to know what it was like to be full on Yoo-Hoo. I did the same thing with lobster during my honeymoon. I know lobster is expensive, and when we got married, we went to Maine, and I was like, hey, I want to eat as much lobster as I can until I can't anymore. So that's what I did there. Have I done that before? I guess, I don't know. I've done it at Steak and Shake before, which is kind of like a fast food diner, fast food place here in the Midwest. Started in Illinois. I'm not sure how far they've expanded. Maybe it's everywhere now. I've done that with their food, but not a specific item. And the way I think about this is more with a specific item. And ready cheese would have been an item that we would have, as children, been told to use sparingly, right? There are some foods, I could eat forever, maybe because they were cheaper or something, but ready cheese, no. So I would like to do that someday. Just make a giant tower of ready cheese and eat it just like Pauly Shore. What's his name in this movie? I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it. All right, so we got that. Maggots, worms. It's just noodles. It's rice. So maggots. You're eating maggots, Michael. I mean, this is iconic. Iconic food scene here. the bottle as well. So we have food and drink. We have maggot, worm, and blood, all here in this movie. Great film. One of my favorites growing up. My mom was a big fan of this one, so I grew up watching this one when I was a very young child, in the 80s and throughout the 90s. So big fan here. All right. Um, let's see. Where are we at? I think this, actually, I like where I'm at right here. I think I'm going to go Lost Boys, Maggots, Worms, and then I'm going to go a Goofy movie because of Pauly Shore's character, where he's uncredited in this movie, by the way. Had something to do with Jeffrey Katzenberg, I think, probably some sort of deal they had together. But, gosh, what is his name? Stony? Crawl? Gosh, why can't I think of it? Anyway, I really like him in this, and I like the cheese aspect, and also that pizza that they have that's just dripping with cheese. We all want it. We all wanted that pizza. And then Seven, obviously that plays into the story very well. It's one of the seven deadly sins, and it has a huge impact. So I understand if you think Seven should be in the first spot. I get it, but I don't know. Why am I putting it back there? I really don't know. I really don't know. So this might just be a favoritism here for movies that I love. Maybe this is a ranking of the movies, but I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's the order I saw them in. This is the order I saw them in. The first out of these three I saw was Lost Boys, and then a Goofy movie, and then Seven. But I don't know. This one's a tough call, but this is my gut feeling, where I feel it in my gut, like I feel too much food in my gut. I feel it that this is the order: The Lost Boys, a Goofy movie, and then Seven. So my question to you is, have you seen these three movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them based on the food in them, or the eating scenes, or how food plays into the plot, into the story? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.